Hail and malicious adventures, welcome to the world of Baldur's Gate 3. It's me, the Spot King, and today I present to you my new build for Necromancer. Today me and you, my friend, will make broken build for Necromancer class in this game. And to start up, answer one question: what actually Necromancer needs? So, in my opinion, Necromancer needs zombies, of course. Being able to keep concentration on strong spells, being able to finish up zombie work and therefore summoning more zombies, and not being just fragile mage. So, let's build our character. A race of choice could be any. In my opinion, good races will be Gnome, because Gnome will have advantage on intelligence, wisdom and charisma saving throws. I like to have Orc race, especially for relentless endurance, because when we reach 0 hit points, we regain hit point and we're not dying. That's a nice idea to have. Or just plain Dwarf, go to Dwarf, which will have additional health points when we level up. So, race doesn't matter for this build. And almost all of these problems and things that we need, we can do just by not starting as wizard. So, when we build a Necromancer, we want to start as fighter with my build. So, we get in fighter as our first level, and we get in fighting style of defense to get more armor class. Background doesn't matter, but as mage we can go with sage to get more arcana and history. It's boost intelligence, skills, so it's nice to have. Let's talk about our ability distribution. And that's coolest part. When we're starting as wizard, we want to have higher dexterity, because dexterity will be added to our armor class, and we won't be very fragile, especially in the later game stages. But when we're starting as fighter, we get in this heavy armor proficiency and shield proficiency. That's basically everything we need, and we can totally dump dexterity or leave it at around 10. What we achieve by doing this? Basically, we will start to attack after zombies and not before them. And that's coolest part, because now you know which enemies affected by the zombie plague, and when you kill them you will summon even more zombies. But when you acting first in a turn with high dexterity, zombies act after you and they will probably miss their attacks, and there's no zombies on your turn. So to make our spells more powerful, I would go with intelligence as high as possible with 17. Next up, we need to decide, and that's more stylistic approach: do you want higher constitution or higher strength? So, higher strength will give you more hitting chance with your sword or whatever weapon you will use, and this will again help you finish up zombie work. And higher constitution will help you keep your concentration going on even more. So with fighter, you additionally get this constitution saving throw proficiency, and with this proficiency again it's easier to keep concentration. And dexterity, you can dump it all over and get 10 wisdom. Wisdom is most common saving throw, so this will be nice stat distribution. And let's build our character in early game. So early game, as soon as you get to level 2, and you can get it instantly after tutorial level, you go into wizard. For wizard you can start with some generic build like firebolt, it's range cantrip, shocking grasp, melee cantrip, and some utility stuff like minor illusion. Then our spells. I would go with some mixed stuff of supporting, controlling, exploration stuff. So damage stuff like magic missile to hit 100% of the time. So if you need to just hit for 1 HP, it could be a really beneficial spell for you. Ice knife, nice damaging stuff in the range. Burning Hands, nice damaging stuff in the melee range. For disables you can go with Tasha's Hideous Laughter, and again some exploration stuff like Enhanced Sleep and Long Strider or Feather Fall. It can save you a lot of time when we're exploring some areas. And that will be your prepared spell list. Basically for fight or for exploration you remove Burning Hands and Tasha's and get Enhanced Sleep. And a Long Strider can be casted from the start of the day and then removed from your prepared spell list. With Wizard you continue on level 3 and you switch your subclass. So basically we're switching subclass to Necromancy and we kinda become a Necromancer, but at this point Necromancer can't summon any zombies, so we get only Grim Harvest. Once per turn, if we kill creature with a spell, we regain hit points, and we regain more hit points if it's Necromancy spell. So this means we possibly need to get some Necromancy spells in our arsenal right now, and Ray of Sickness will work. It's Necromancy spell. And Feather Fall for more exploration stuff. So this will be your spell list at level 3. Then we go to level 4. On level 4 we get access to spells of level 2, and we can get some spells like Hold Person. It will help us do more damage, our party will do more damage, and especially our zombies will do more damage. And then you can get more exploration spells like Detect Threats or like Enlarge and Reduce. So whatever you like. See Invisibility is nice spell too. So level 5 we get in cantrips, Bone Chill, very nice cantrip, it's Necromancy cantrip, and yeah, you can pick it even before if you want to like more thematic build. Bone Chill is nice spell to have. Most importantly, right now at level 5 we get in our feat, and our feat of choice will be ability improvement, and we get in this +2 into intelligence. And basically any spell you like Misty Step could work, whatever you like more. And we finally get into level 6, where we unlock our spells of level 3, and that's where we get in this animate dead spell, so finally we can make some summons, some zombies and play with them. And most importantly, we get in our Necromancy spell, Vampiric Touch. So, we get this spell anyway on next level, but again, we want to play as fast as possible with our cool zombies, so why not to pick the spell right now? We are wizard after all, and we can learn any spell after. So, how this wizard will play in this early game situation, in early game build basically. So, as fighter you want to find any good heavy armor you can possibly find, and you will get a really high armor class without needing any dexterity points. Then you want to find some kind of shield, and this shield will increase your armor class even more. So without any buffs, without anything, you can get around 20 armor class in early game, and it will scale up to 23, 25 when you get better armor. Next up, about weapons. So what weapons we can possibly get? Because right now we don't care. If you want, you can sacrifice shield at this point and get this returning pike. Everything about good weapons, armor for this build will be in the pinned comment, so watch over there. And what a returning pike doing, basically it's two-handed weapon, so you get slightly lower armor class, but you can throw this weapon, and this weapon will be back to your hands. So you throw, you inflict damage, and it's back to you. So that's the way to go with weapons if you got higher strength than constitution, but if you go with this like more concentration build like mine over here, we possibly better get like something like long sword in our hand and just shield for higher armor class, and we're still being able to do some nice damage. So how we play and what we can do. Basically we can start our day by having some corpses. So make sure to find some corpses and always pick up them, especially in early game when you see a lot of goblins, because goblins is really low weight, so they only 35 kilograms, so you can pick up them, so go in the pocket, Mr. Goblin, and you can get them with you. You can leave them in the camp, so you can pick up them after, and basically when we need zombies, we can go drop this corpse on the floor, use our animate dead feature, and just animate dead from this corpse, just like that. Easy and straightforward. We got our zombie friend, and what we can do in a fight. We can attack with our sword, I guess. This not require any explanation. Most importantly, we got this cantrip road, so we got Firebolt doing nice damage, Bone Chill, less damage but nice versus undead targets, and Shock and Grasp, melee cantrip, so that's like cantrip road. Then we got our spells, so level 1 spells, Magic Missile, Ray of Sickness, and Ice Knife. You can upcast all the spells, and you will use Magic Missile if you need to 100% finish target, because it's 100% hit rate, you don't need to make any rolls to hit with the spell. Ray of Sickness, you will do it if you want to kill target and regain some hit points, because when you kill targets with Necromancy spells, you will regain a lot of health points, or just at least more health points than you finish them with Magic Missile. And Ice Knife, just if you need a little bit more damage, it's like highest damage possible with level 1 spell. And then we got Burning Hands if we need some like melee spell from level 1. And yeah, you can upcast all the spells for more damage. You got some controlling stuff, Tasha's Hideous Laughter, or Hold Person, so if you're fighting humanoids, you can hold them. And most importantly, we got our Vampiric Touch. So Vampiric Touch is our bread and butter spell for our this Necromancer build. And let's go and show you this in the battle, how you basically play this stuff. So basically you go with zombies, attack your targets, and targets most of the time won't be killed of course, but they will be damaged. And then you come with your Necromancer and use Vampiric Touch on them. If you got the spell slots, it's level 3 spell, so it's use a spell slot of level 3, but coolest part, You just use it, you kill your targets. They will be respawned as mini zombie friends. Of course, if they was hit by zombies just before. They will be these newborn zombies, they will act on their own, that's all cool and fun. But most importantly, when you keep in your concentration, you can go and cast this vampiric touch again. So with vampiric touch, you're touching creatures, they take in necrotic damage and you regain half as many hit points. If you killing targets, you're regaining even more hit points because you're killing them with necromancy spell. And that's like coolest necromancy part, so you can kill a lot of targets and regain, as you can see, a lot of hit points. We just, with one hit, regained 14 hit points and it's almost 30% of our hit points. That's crazy. And additionally, as fighter, you can use second wind as bonus action, so you can regain a lot of hit points while being mage and being in the front lane. That's a very cool part in my opinion. And let's finish our build. So mostly our build will be finished on level 7, so just on next level. And you will get this subclass feature from Necromancy Wizard, we get in Wizard level 6. And now your zombies will have more hit points depending on your wizard level. And additionally, you can raise additional creatures from the corpse, additional zombies from the corpse. So we're getting access to more spells. Most of the time you will use any spell slot higher than level 3 just for casted vampiric touch, but just in case you need, you can get some spells that don't require your concentration, so something like Fireball or Lightning Bolt could work. And right now we want to hit level 8 as wizard as soon as possible to get our feat. So next level we get access to some cool spells. And I will suggest you to get Blight and Fire Shield. Fire Shield will make you even more tankier if someone hits you, or you even can provoke opportunity attacks from enemies to deal damage when they're trying to hit you. And Blight is a necromancy spell that don't require any concentration and doing really nice damage, so it's inflicting crazy amount of damage. For this build especially, I don't want to get this Conjurer Minor Elemental, because I don't want to be Summoner. I want to be pure Necromancer, so let's not take every minion we can possibly summon. I want to stick with zombies and have fun. But of course, if you want to make it stronger, just pick any elemental you want and it will be just stronger build, because you will get more bodies on the floor. And level 9, that's where we get in our feat, and our feat of choice, of course, will be Warcaster. So now we not only get in this Constitution saving throw proficiency, so we got a lot higher chance to hit this saving throw when we need to remain our concentration, but additionally we get advantage on these saving throws. This means every time we're trying to roll for our concentration, we're rolling 2 dice instead of 1, and our chances drastically increase. For spells, pick whatever you like. We already got our build, so we can go with some exploration stuff again that you don't have, like knock spell. Is useful in exploration, or remove curse, sometimes needed. And right now, instead of going wizard, we switching back to our fighter, because we don't need anything from wizard after level 8. And from fighter we get in this action surge, so we can do 2 vampiric touches in 1 turn if we need to, or 2 attacks, whatever. Most of the time you will use it for vampiric touches, of course. And then we get into fighter level 3. And on 3rd level we can go into 2 roles. One role will be Battle Master. With Battle Master we can go with something like Commander Strike and this will use your action and bonus action, but it will ask zombie to attack someone, so it couldn't be used. But most of the time you will use something like Maneuvering Attack, because you will make attack with your weapon and then you will ask your zombie to go and run, because your zombie will have increased movement speed. And that's like cool stuff, but I recommend to go in with Eldritch Knight, of course. Eldritch Knight will give us additional cantrips, so we don't care about them. So we just really don't care about the spells. We can go with something like Shield. Shield spell is a really nice one to have. And most importantly, we pick an Eldritch Knight just to continue our spell slot progression a little bit. And then we're finishing with Eldritch Knight on level 12, it's our final level of the game. And on final level we get additional feat if we're finishing as fighter, so we get full 3 feats when we're finishing with this build. That's awesome in my opinion, and there's 2 feats I would go for. So one of which will be to add in +2 to our strength. This will increase our chances to hit and inflict more damage. +2 to Constitution can work too, to increase our chances to keep our concentration and getting more hit points. So if we finish without constitution, we will be at 96. If we got +2 to constitution, we will be at 120. Very cool stuff. But there's one more feat that you can use in late game, and it's called Sentinel. So Sentinel will make any target that tries to run away from you provoke your opportunity attack, and you will attack this target, and target will stay in one place. So this can be used just for additional damage or whatever, but especially for this build, I would stick with something like a Constitution. I think keeping our concentration is more important. You may ask, why we're keeping our intelligence at 19? Because with this build we want to max out intelligence as fast as possible, and we started with 17, now we got 19, we need 20, and to get 20 intelligence, all you need to do is to go find Heck in the first act and not kill her, but only damage. So when you're damaging her, make sure to turn on your passive to make your attack non-lethal, or just not reduce her below like 10 hit points. Leave on 10 hit points and she will surrender, and she will give you option to get her hair, and you will get hair with +1 into intelligence. This will make this build totally broken. So coolest part, what we get when we get in this Eldritch Knight. We get in this weapon bond, and what you want to do, you want to find weapons that got thrown proficiency or like so thrown status. For example, hand axe got this thrown status. You will want to get these weapons with thrown status, and then you get weapon bond. Now you bond it with your weapon, and from the range you can basically finish off zombie work. So you can throw this axe right now, and as Eldritch Knight, if it's bonded, it will be bonded to you, and you can throw this like axe as much times as you need. And exactly with this build, you get access to level 5 spell slot. This means you're really strong and like powerful fighter with high armor class, while being able to animate battalion of zombies with level 4 spell slot. Or you can animate ghouls if you need 5 level spell slot for this stuff. I like zombies more, so we can upcast this zombie stuff on any like corpse we find, and we can do it 4 times right now because we are necromancers, so we can summon 4 corpses just like that. And for late game gear, it's not too late game, but what I suggest for this build actually, get in this circle of bones, because you're like melee necromancer with this build, you will be around your zombies, and with this circle of bones, all allied undead within 6 meters of you will be resistant to normal damage types, to bludgeoning, slashing and piercing damages. So this will inflict only half damage to them. They got pretty nice health pool, 34 hit points, and you got 4 of them. That's like crazy part. For like spell strategy, everything goes the same, but most importantly with this Eldritch Knight and other stuff, you will get this shield spell. So shield spell will be casted as reaction, and it will probably just make your enemy miss you. So you're really tanky and strong necromancer. And this build will make necromancer really broken. And as you can see, with low dexterity, you acting after zombies most of the time, or after most of the zombies. And this means if zombie not killing a summon, like if he not doing 15 damage to targets that get low health. So for example, this zombie just not killed this cultist. This makes a lot easier job for you to finish the job and basically get more zombies. And basically it's played again really easy. Most of the time you will be concentrating on Vampiric Touch. It's doing 3d6 damage, but you can upcast it up to level 5 right now, and it's starting doing 5d6 damage. 5d6 is a really large amount, especially when you understand that you will heal half of the damage you're doing. And coolest part, when you miss the spell, you're basically not losing value, because you can continue doing it on the same turn with action search from fighter, so you can do it 2 times in 1 turn and really heal yourself and inflict lots of damage while being tanky, while having zombies. And that's like, in my opinion, most coolest, simple to play and really interesting necromancer build possible. So basically, again, spell slots used. First level spell slots will be used for shield spell as a reaction to keep you safe. Second level spell slots most of the time will be used for your Misty Step, to just travel in the battle to the best position possible. It uses only bonus actions, so you got some use of your bonus actions at least. And level 3 and above, most of the time you will be just concentrating on any type of vampiric touch. Level 3 you can use for hold person, for example, or level 2 spell slots for hold person. And sometimes just if you need, you can upcast something like magic missile or ray of sickness, but most of the time you will just keep concentration on this vampiric touch and do it as much as possible. And again, if you bond it with your throwable weapon, you can use your weapon instead if you can't reach your target, so you can just throw axes and wherever you got in your hands. So very versatile, very cool and interesting build. Thank you for watching, and you may be interested in other cool builds or other cool videos on the screen right now. Make sure to watch them and see you in the next videos, guys.